Hi Facebook, Kristen Quon here with an update from the Sullivan County Justice Center. I am covering the jury selection for the Megan Boswell trial, and we are on a break right now until about 10:30. So I thought I would use this time to kind of update everyone on what's been happening if you haven't been following along. So this is day 2 of jury selection. So far, we've heard from about, let me check my notes here, 53 jurors so far. That's including yesterday and today. Today we've heard from about, let's see, I'd say about 11 jurors today. But in total, 53 is what we have heard from. There's been about 22 that they've taken to a separate room. We're not exactly sure how that's going to work just yet, but they've taken 22 into a separate room, 11 male and 11 female. And then we have another group coming in at around 10:30 today. So really what both sides are asking these potential jurors is they're asking them about what they've heard about the case. Of course, a majority, I would say, definitely more than half, I would say maybe 90% to 80% have heard of this case in some way. But what they're asking is, can you set those opinions aside and still come up with a fair and unbiased decision if you're chosen as a juror? So that's one of the things that they're really hitting hard on. Another thing, they're asking people if they can be sequestered. So this group of jurors will not be able to go home after the trial. They will go to a hotel room. They'll have no cell phones and limited TV. And so a lot of people, of course, do have problems with that, childcare issues, medical issues, that kind of thing. So if that has come up, they've obviously let those jurors go. So again, 53 so far that we've heard from. And then we're also expected to hear from some more at 10:30. It looks like the judge is trying to get to 25. We've heard him say that number a couple of times. So we'll see how that goes. Brianna, the trial you will be able to watch the trial live, but for jury selection, there are no cameras and no cell phones allowed. So I'm trying to give you guys some updates on what's been going on. It's just a little bit harder to do with no cell phone. So I have to kind of wait till a break to be able to run out here and let everybody know what's happening. But tomorrow, or whenever the trial starts, we will be able to stream that for you on our YouTube page and on Facebook as well. So you'll be able to see that, and on our website, WCYB.com. And then you'll be able to hear more, you'll be able to hear audio and things like that once we have a camera in the courtroom. So, but for jury selection, no cameras allowed. That's really just to protect the jurors as well. The judge mentioned yesterday, there was 3 reasons why they're sequestering this jury and not allowing them to go home. The first reason is because of the nature of the charges. Number 2, the publicity from this case, because everybody is wanting to know about the case. And then number 3, just the safety of those jurors. They don't want anybody following a juror home or anything like that. So that's why they're going to be sequestered. And that's also why we're not allowed cameras inside the courtroom. They really want to protect the jurors at all costs. So, yep. So that's pretty much the update. Again, both sides just really going through, all these jurors were given jury questionnaires back in December. Those juror questionnaires had questions like, what do you know about the case? Do you know anybody in this case? And so when the jurors each come in, they're coming in one by one. Both sides are asking them what they know about the case. Have they heard anything? Can they set those opinions aside and come up with a fair and unbiased decision? So, yep, I think that's pretty much everything that I have for you guys so far. The trial, Lindsay, I don't think we're not sure when it's expected. Again, right now they're just trying to get through as many jurors as possible. And then I guess what they're going to do is take that number and then come up with, normally a jury is 12 and 2 alternates. And so right now, like I said, there's about 22 that they've chosen or that are in a separate room. So my thought is they're going to pick from that 22. It kind of seems like they're trying to get to 25. And then once they get 25, they'll kind of dwindle that number down into the jury. Now, the other thing is too, what they've mentioned is the trial will not start as soon as they seat a jury. They're going to let these jurors go home, grab their things, and then the trial will start. So I've heard a number of different things about from people about when the trial will start, but we're not exactly sure at this point. So it could start tomorrow if they get to that number quick, but it could be a couple more days as well. And the jury will be, all of the jurors here are from Sullivan County. So I know that a change of venue was discussed. If you've been following along with the case, the defense had asked for a change of venue. What that means is they could have picked a jury from outside the region and brought them in, or they could also travel somewhere and have the trial there. At this point, they're trying to pick a jury here in Sullivan County, and it seems like, from some of these jurors, there's been a couple today that hadn't heard anything about the case. There's been some people that have moved to Sullivan County because it's been a number of years now since this all took place. It took place back in 2020, early 2020. So there's been quite a few people that have moved to the area after that and had no idea about this case. Other people, they work a lot and hadn't heard anything. So I was surprised by that, but I would still say that a majority of people have heard about this case in some way, either by TV, by the news, or on social media. But I think that's all, unless anybody else has any other questions. Gina, we're talking about the trial for Megan Boswell. She was charged back in 2020 with the murder of her daughter, Evelyn. And it has been a long time, but we're finally at jury selection. And so they are working on picking a jury right now. So again, they have gone through 53 jurors, potential jurors so far. And there's another group of jurors that are coming in at 10:30 this morning. So we're taking a little bit of a break, but we'll head back into the courtroom at 10:30. And again, if you just hopped on, I am not allowed a cell phone inside the courtroom. We're not allowed any cameras inside the courtroom, just for jury selection. So I will provide you those updates when I can. Whenever I can take a break or something like that, I'll run out and give you guys updates. Of course, I'll have a live report coming up on News 5 at noon, so you can watch there as well. And then just be checking online, WCYB.com, for the latest updates, and we'll try to get them to you. Have a great day.